Hey, I want to talk about ancestry and dual citizenship. I know a lot of your relatives have come from other places, and I don't know if you ever investigated getting dual citizenship. There's various different reasons why you should, if you're able to, but I'm going to want to give you my experience of what I'm going through right now. And some of you all might want to look into it and see if this is something you're interested in, kind of move through it. Well, my grandparents on my mom's side are from St. Kitts and Nevis. And under the citizenship of Ancestry, I can become a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis through my grandparents because my mom is the first generation. So what I needed to do was one, get my grandmother's birth certificate and or my grandfather's birth certificate. Simple enough, okay? And I really say this to say because this sometimes it isn't as easy as it seems to be, and if things don't flow like it's supposed to. Now, probably it would have been easier if I'd done this when my grandparents were alive. No, didn't think about it. Wasn't of value to me, wasn't of value to my mom. Well, anyhow, I decided to do it now, especially since I like to leave a legacy for my daughter. So I can't call my cousin who lives in St. Kitts. Can you get me a copy of my grandmother's birth certificate? She said, yes, of course. She goes down, she sends me a copy of my grandmother's birth certificate. My grandmother name is Helen. On my mother's birth certificate, my grandmother's name is Helen. All the time we've been calling her Helen. Well, the birth certificate comes in and his name is Ellen. Now we got a problem because Helen is this person and this woman's name is Ellen. So now we got a problem. I go down, get all the things notarized, all the other. I got everybody else's birth certificates. I got my background check. I got everything ready to go. I take it down there. They say, well, this woman's name is Ellen, not Helen. On your mom's birth certificate, it says her name was Helen, not Ellen. So they said, well, go and get your grandfather. That should be pretty clean. He's from there, too, and he should be pretty clean. I got my grandfather's information. He's all the information. I got his date of birth. I got where he was born. I got his mother's name. I got his father's name. I go and I call my cousin again. Hey, girl, can you look up my grandfather now? She says, sure. She goes down there. And St. Kitts looks at the record. She says there's no record of your grandfather. Okay, what do you mean you can't find? I can't find your grandfather's information. I said, okay. So this time I'm really frustrated because I said, well, maybe I don't need to go and get dual citizenship. Maybe I'm done. My cousin, who also is from over there, her grandparents are there. She's able to meet up with this woman who's able to find baptism records and other records so that she can do the paperwork through that. Because, again, it's been many years ago since they were born and they're dead now or whatever. So she says, contact this lady and maybe she could help you. I called the lady, hey, girl, send an email, but going back and forth. She's over there. Okay, I'll go. And I'm telling my grandmother's information, my grandfather's information. She goes and says, okay, I'll check it out. This is what I do. It's my business. She goes to the records over there. Guess what? She can't find the birth certificate either. Okay. She says, well, again, maybe I could find it through the baptism records. Maybe I could find it another way. What was your grandfather's religion? I told her it was a Methodist. She gets in there. She goes, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to find the information. Meanwhile, I'm talking to my sister. We have some problems here. We can't seem to find Papa, as we call him, so that we can get all of this taken care of. She says, okay, well, I got cousin such and such who has our genealogy. Let me call him and see if he can find it. She calls him. Meanwhile, the lady over there, and she says, she goes down to the Methodist record. She says, oh, I got some information for you. It may not help in this regard, but I found your grandfather's brothers and sisters. I know his mother and father's name, but I still can't find your grandfather. Okay, why can't you find, but you can find his sisters and brothers, but no grandfather? No. Sister calls and says, guess what? He can't find grandfather either. We don't know where he is. We can't find a record of him. And so was he born over there? We see a record of his family, his mother, his sisters. We know all the things, but somehow or another, we can't seem to find his birth certificate, which I need to connect for us to connect to get citizenship. So now I have a problem. I don't know what I'm going to do about grandfather. Again, grandmother is a problem because her name was Ellen, and when she changed it to Helen. Then the lady also told me, well, I need to have your grandparents, which I'm going to need my grandfather, your grandparents' marriage certificate. And when they got married and all this other information. And then I could get your mother and father's marriage certificate, etc. Okay, clean enough. Well, we go and we look up my grandmother's marriage certificate. Guess what? On the marriage certificate, she got another name. It's not Helen. It's not Ellen. We got another name. So I say right now, I just got a mess. I have a mess. I have people all over the world, so to speak, in England and Canada, St. Kitts and Nevis, trying to find this man's birth certificate, trying to make everything here work and gel. I have nothing. Right now, I have nothing. I'm starting to wonder, was he an outside child? Was his mother a different mother? Did he come, we don't know what happened. So I say that because if you're doing it, do it now. Don't wait into, again, one of my co-workers, she is from Anguilla. Her mother was born in Anguilla, which means that she can get citizenship from Anguilla. I told her to go ahead and go now while her mom's alive. She can do this now before her mom passed and she got to go through this and her child may need it. Go and do it now. When you have dual citizenship, it opens a lot of doors because although America is wonderful and great, under different passports, which will give you a passport, opens up other doors for you that you can go to. I.e., just an example, we're having a problem in America easily going to Cuba. Cuba has been a hot part. But if you're going in under a different passport, a lot of people go in from another island into Cuba easily. It's just opens doors for you. Again, not that I want 1,000 citizenships, I don't. But I know that in the future, especially if you have a legacy, you have kids, you have grandkids, you want to leave that and you have the opportunity to have it. Whether it's from Germany, whether it's from Italy, whether it's from India. If you can get a dual citizenship, if you can do it, find your family heritage. If you are entitled to it, go for it. I even heard that, as people of color, if we can trace our family back to Ghana or show that we came over under the African, the slave trade, we can get citizenship in Ghana or Nigeria. So there's a lot of countries out there, if you investigate, that you could become a dual citizenship. Some people have several citizenships, not dual, they have tri-citizenship, quad-citizenship. I'm just saying, open the door, investigate. Do it as soon as possible. Don't wait like after. My grandmother's been gone for a long time. And my mom has passed. So now I'm a grown-ass woman, as they say, trying to get citizenship, dual citizenship, so that once I become a citizen, the rules change, my daughter could become a citizen. She can't do it without me. But I'm going through this process. And again, this has been going on almost for 2 years. I had the paperwork. It started during the pandemic. They lost my paperwork. Then walked it down there. This cost a lot of money. I had to pay for certain things, notary, copies of this, police background check, medical records. I had to have a lot of information. They lost it the first time. The second time, my grandmother's name has changed. Now I'm going back again. The lady says she'll walk us through. Can't find grandfather. I don't know, but I'm just saying, take my lesson. Learn from me. If you want to do it, which I say, if you can, if you are entitled to have it from another country, go for it. But do it now because it's not as easy. Again, especially if it's through a grandparent as opposed to a parent. It becomes very dicey and very challenging. And I hope to share with you in another video where I can say, hey, show my passport, just like I told Citizen de Ladonia, but, that's just kind of a little bit different. But if you can, go for it. Get your dual citizenship. Don't sit there and say it's not important. It may not be important to you like it wasn't for my grandmother, for her children. If she had done that and thought it was important, my mom had gotten her citizenship, it would have been easy for us. So you don't know what the future generation's going to do. Just think beyond yourself. Think of how we're building a legacy for our family through our genealogy, through our just our ancestors. That's important. So I'm just going to share the story as it changes, as things post. I'm going to post up, but I just want to say, go get it. If you're entitled to dual citizenship, try it, go for it, and do it as soon as possible for not only for you, for your kids, for your grandchildren, so they have that legacy. And then when they go there, they're a citizen when they travel, and they could just fly and go. Thank you.